On this 2020 to 2025 Honda CR-V Hybrid, P0172 is a fuel trim-rich fault. In plain terms, the PCM may be seeing the mixture trend richer than it wants, and fuel trim correction can move far enough to set the code. The vehicle may idle poorly, run rich, or in some cases stall if excess fuel vapor is being pulled into the intake. The broad areas to keep in mind are fuel control, airflow measurement, a /F sensor feedback, purge vapor control, possible fuel in the oil, injector behavior, fuel quality, and only after the rest checks normal, the PCM. The important thing is to prove the rich condition first, then work through the checks in order instead of guessing. Start with the basic system checks and follow a structured diagnostic approach. Do not clear P0172 and do not reset the PCM before starting this path, unless the procedure specifically tells you to. Clearing it early can wipe out useful information, even if the onboard snapshot is saved. Before getting deep into testing, look for aftermarket fuel system or engine parts that could change the way the engine is being fueled or measured. And if other codes are present in the indicated related systems, handle those first instead of treating P0172 in isolation. Use the confirmation procedures in order. First, enter maintenance mode, start the engine, and let it idle with no load in P or N. Watch HDS AF/FB, short-term fuel trim. If that value is less than 0.79, the failure is duplicated and this confirmation is complete. If you need the second confirmation path, look at the HDS onboard snapshot and record the AF/FB value from when P0172 set. Then test drive the vehicle under the same captured conditions, using engine speed, vehicle speed, relative throttle position, and APP sensor as your guide. While driving, watch AF/FB again. If the value is more than 0.79 while test driving, the failure is duplicated. Once the failure is duplicated, move to the high-pressure side fuel pressure check. Enter maintenance mode and start the engine. Hold engine speed at 3,000 RPM with no load in P or N until the radiator fan comes on, then let it idle. Run the HDS dye fuel pressure test. A normal result lets you keep moving through the P0172 path. If the result is abnormal, step out and diagnose the high-pressure fuel system concern before continuing the rich mixture workup. Next is the MAF sensor functional check. Enter maintenance mode, start the engine, and let it idle. Make sure ECT sensor 1 is above 158 degrees F, 70 degrees C. The transmission is in P or N, and all engine and electrical loads are off. Monitor engine speed and hold it at 2,500 RPM for 30 seconds. While holding that speed, confirm the HDS MAF sensor value. The expected range is between 4.2G/S and 5.9G/S. If that check is abnormal, the problem points to the MAF sensor or IAT sensor 1 area. Now check whether fuel-contaminated oil may be feeding vapor back through the PCV system. Enter maintenance mode, start the engine, and let it idle. Gently pinch the PCV hose, then confirm HDS AF/FB short-term fuel trim. The expected value is less than 0.79. If this check is abnormal, chase the cause of the contaminated oil, such as an injector-related issue, then replace the engine oil and oil filter. For the EVAP purge valve check, disconnect the applicable purge valve connector for the market version you are working on. Then disconnect the purge line from the EVAP canister purge valve in the engine compartment and connect a vacuum pump/gauge 0-30 in HG to the purge valve. Enter maintenance mode, start the engine, and let it idle. While it is idling, check the gauge. The expected result is no vacuum, if vacuum is present when it should not be. The problem points to the EVAP canister purge valve. This matters because under warm conditions, fuel vapor from the canister line can enter the intake manifold, enrich the mixture, and in some cases cause a stall. The next checks are comparison checks because there is no direct test method called out for those items. For fuel, use known good fuel and try to reproduce the failure. Drain the existing fuel, refill with known good fuel, and try it. If the symptom or P0172 goes away, the fuel is faulty. If the failure is reproduced, keep moving to the other related checks. Next, install a known good /F sensor, sensor 1, and try to reproduce the failure. If the symptom or code goes away, that sensor is faulty. If the failure is still reproduced, continue. Then install a known good injector and try to reproduce the failure. If the symptom or code goes away, the injector is faulty. If the failure is still reproduced, continue through the remaining logic. After the other indicated inspection items check normal, the remaining conclusion in this path is a PCM problem. The takeaway is simple. Save the data, duplicate P0172 under the right conditions, then work through high-side fuel pressure, MAF response, oil contamination through the PCV system, EVAP purge flow, fuel quality, /F sensor feedback, and injector behavior before calling the PCM. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.